Royals are known for maintaining their cool and calm demeanor, but do you know even they are also vulnerable like the rest of us? Royals also find themselves truly moved by something they've experienced and will allow themselves to break royal protocol to show just how intensely they're feeling at the moment. What it means is that they also cry in public, like the rest of us. Therefore, in today's video, we're talking about the 12 instances when royals cried in public. So without further ado, let's begin. At number 12, we've got Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden's crying incident. Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden was visibly emotional during the 25th anniversary service for the ones who lost their lives in the Estonian ferry disaster. The service was held to commemorate the tragic sinking of the MS Estonia ferry in 1994. It was attended by both Crown Princess Victoria and her husband, Prince Daniel. Crown Princess Victoria wore a long navy coat for the emotional event. The disaster is one of Europe's worst peacetime maritime tragedies for which many lost their lives. Crown Princess Victoria's tears were a reflection of the deep sorrow and empathy she felt for the families who lost their loved ones. During the service, she paid tribute to the deceased ones, which profoundly moved her. Mother of two, Princess Victoria used a tissue to dry her tears during the service and was seen reaching to hold her husband's hand. The emotional weight of the event was evident as she used the tissue to dry her eyes and reached out for a hand for support. The presence of survivors and calls for an independent investigation into the mishap further underscored the gravity of the occasion. Following the emotional service, the focus remained on the ongoing efforts to honor those who lost lives and address the unresolved questions surrounding the mishap. At number 11, we've got former Queen Sofia of Spain's crying incident. Queen Sofia of Spain broke down in tears during a public engagement in Madrid. This emotional moment occurred as she paid tribute to her former university professor and longtime friend, Emilio Laura Tamayo, in a heartfelt speech. The incident took place just days before her granddaughter, Princess Leonore's swearing-in ceremony at Congress on her 18th birthday. The reasons behind Queen Sofia's tears are multifaceted. Firstly, her emotional outburst was linked to her tribute to Emilio, highlighting the deep personal connection and respect she had for him. Additionally, there were reports that Queen Sofia was not invited to Princess Leonore's swearing-in ceremony, which added to her emotional state. This exclusion was reportedly to avoid making distinctions with her estranged husband, former King Juan Carlos I, who also would not attend the ceremony. Following the swearing-in ceremony, the Spanish royal family planned to gather at the Royal Palace of Madrid, where Princess Leonora would receive the prestigious necklace of the Order of Charles III. Despite not being present at the official ceremony, Queen Sofia was expected to join the family for a private lunch afterward. This private gathering would allow her to participate in the family celebrations and spend time with her granddaughter. As of the latest updates, Queen Sofia remains an active member of the Spanish royal family, often seen at public events. Next, we've got Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, crying incident. During the Well Child Awards held in October 2019, Prince Harry broke down in tears while delivering a heartfelt speech. The Duke of Sussex, who is a patron of the Well Child charity, was addressing the audience when he became visibly emotional and had to pause to compose himself. The moment occurred as he spoke about the emotional significance of the event, particularly now that he was a father. Prince Harry's tears were triggered by the emotional weight of the event and his reflections on becoming a parent. He recalled attending the previous year's awards with Meghan Markle, knowing they were expecting their first child, but keeping it a secret at the time. The experience of parenthood had deepened his empathy and connection to the children and families honored at the awards. He expressed how he thought of protecting and helping his child should they face any health challenges resonated deeply with him. Following the emotional moment, Prince Harry received applause and support from the audience and was comforted on stage by co-host Gabby Roslin. Meghan Markle later joined him on stage, and the couple spent time with the young award winners and their families during a pre-ceremony meet and greet. The incident was met with positivity on social media, with many praising Harry for his genuine and empathetic display. At number 9, we've got Princess Charlene of Monaco's crying incident. Princess Charlene was visibly emotional and shed tears during her wedding to Prince Albert II of Monaco in 2011. The wedding was a grand affair, spanning 3 days and featuring a concert by the Eagles and a lavish reception attended by notable guests, including members of the Monaco royal family and international celebrities. Princess Charlene later revealed that her tears were due to feeling overwhelmed by the occasion and the tension tension built up from persistent rumors about a relationship with Prince Albert. These rumors included allegations that Albert has cheated and claims that Charlene had attempted to flee Monaco multiple times before the wedding. The emotional and physical exhaustion from these rumors and the pressure of the wedding day led to her public display of tears. Despite the emotional display, the wedding celebrations continued as planned. Charlene and Albert's wedding was described as a wonderful 3-day event with touching speeches and memorable moments. However, these rumors and speculations about their relationship persisted. In the years following their wedding, Charlene and Albert faced various challenges, including health issues and prolonged separations due to Charlene's medical treatments. As of recent reports, Princess Charlene had returned to her royal duties after a period of medical treatment in South Africa. She and Prince Albert have publicly denied rumors of separation and continue to present a united front. Now we've got King Frederick X of Denmark's crying incident. King Frederick was proclaimed king on January 14, 2024, following the abdication of his mother, Queen Margaret II. The event was marked by emotional scenes by Frederick visibly moved and wiping away tears multiple times during his speech. The new king expressed his gratitude to his mother and the Danish people, ending his speech with a royal motto, quoting, "United, committed, for the Kingdom of Denmark." Frederick's tears were a reflection of the emotional weight of the occasion. He thanked his mother, Queen Margaret, who had abdicated the throne after 52 years, and acknowledged the support he needed from his family and the Danish people. His display of emotion was seen as a sign of empathy and connection to his new role, contrasting with traditional perceptions of royal stoicism. Following the proclamation, King Frederick and Queen Mary appeared on the balcony of the Christiansborg Palace, where they were greeted by cheering crowds. The couple then traveled through Copenhagen in a horse-drawn carriage, symbolizing the beginning of Frederick's reign. The public's reaction was overwhelmingly positive, with many expressing support and enthusiasm for the new king. King Frederick X has taken on his new role with a commitment to modernizing the monarchy while maintaining its traditions. He enjoys significant public support, with over 80% of Danes backing him. At number 7, we've got Queen Rania of Jordan's crying incident. Queen Rania of Jordan was seen crying in public during a henna party held for her future daughter-in-law, Rajwa Al Shaif, ahead of the royal wedding to Crown Prince Hussein. The event took place in May 2023 and was a traditional pre-wedding celebration. Queen Rania's tears were prompted by the emotional nature of the event and her heartfelt speech. She described Rajwa as the sweetest and most beautiful bride-to-be, and expressed how precious Rajwa is to her, akin to her own daughters, Princess Ayman and Salma. The Queen also paid tribute to Rajwa's mother, Azaz Al Sudairi, and reassured her that Rajwa would be well taken care of in Jordan. The touching words and the significance of the occasion led both Queen Rania and Rajwa to tears. Following the emotional speech and the tears, the henna party continued with celebrations. Queen Rania was seen interacting with guests, including embracing Rajwa and her mother, Azza, and the event was filled with traditional performances and dances, and it set a joyous tone for the upcoming wedding. The wedding of Crown Prince Hussein and Rajwa Al Saif took place June 1st, 2023 at the Zahran Palace in Amman, attended by numerous royals from around the world. Also, Queen Rania continues to be an active and influential figure in Jordan and on the global stage. Next, we've got Princess Beatrice of York's crying incident. During the memorial service for her grandfather, Prince Philip, Princess Beatrice was seen crying. She arrived at the service with her husband, Eduardo Mabley Mosey, and sat next to her sister, Princess Eugene, and her husband, Jack Brooksbank. It appeared that Princess Beatrice started sobbing during the first hymn when the Queen arrived at Westminster Abbey arm in arm with her son, Prince Andrew, to pay a final tribute to her beloved husband. Princess Beatrice was visibly moved by the emotion of the day and was seen wiping her tears with a tissue and covering her face with her hymn sheet. Although the real reason for Princess Beatrice's tears is not known, it can be inferred that her tears were likely a result of the deep grief and emotional impact of saying goodbye to her late grandfather. After the crying incident, the memorial service continued and Princess Beatrice remained in attendance. She was comforted by her husband, Eduardo Mosey, during the service. The service was a tribute to Prince Philip's legacy in creating opportunities for young people, supporting the armed forces, and promoting environmental stewardship and conservation. The Queen and other members of the royal family were also seen getting upset over losing Prince Philip. The princess was joined by many members of the royal family for the Thanksgiving service, which recognized Prince Philip's legacy. At number 5, we've got Queen Maxima of the Netherlands crying incident. On July 23, 2014, Queen Maxima of the Netherlands was visibly emotional emotional as she attended the solemn ceremony meeting the families who lost their loved ones, the Malaysian Airlines flight MH1 mishap. She stood by the side of those Dutch families till the end at that moment of loss and grief. Queen Maxima's tears were a poignant reflection of the national grief and the personal sorrow felt by the Dutch royal family. The Queen, alongside King William Alexander, attended the ceremony at Eindhoven Air Base. The couple held hands tightly throughout the ceremony, underscoring their shared grief and solidarity with the Dutch families who lost their loved ones. The emotional weight of the event, combined with a saddened and somber mood, overwhelmed the Queen, leading to her breakdown in tears. Following the ceremony, the process of identifying the vulnerable began, a task expected to take weeks or even months due to the complexity involved. The Dutch royal family continued to support the grieving families, meeting with them and signing a book of condolences. The identification process was assisted by the international teams, including British air accident investigators and police officers. The Queen's public display of grief during the MH17 repatriation has been remembered as a moment of profound empathy and solidarity with the victims' families. Next, we've got Princess Martha Louise of Norway's crying incident. Princess Martha Louise publicly expressed her grief over the sudden passing away of her ex-husband, Ari Ben, who lost his life on Christmas Day 2019. The incident was marked by her and her children's profound sorrow, which they openly shared with the public. On an anniversary of his death, she posted on Instagram about how they cried over his loss and how much they missed him. The primary reason for Princess Martha Louise's public display of grief was a deep emotional impact of Ari Ben's passing away on her and their children. Ben's passing away left the family in a state of profound sorrow and depression. Martha Louise described the experience as being a, quote, valley of sorrow and, quote, pit of depression. The family struggled with the sudden tragic loss, which was compounded by the public nature of their lives. Following the public display of grief, Princess Martha Louise and her children took steps to cope with their loss. Her eldest daughter, Maud, channeled her grief into creative expression by writing and illustrating a book titled Threads of Tears, which became a bestseller in Norway. The family also emphasized the importance of seeking help and talking about mental health. Princess Martha Louise herself has been open about her journey through depression and the importance of mental health awareness. At number 3, we've got Queen Mathilde of Belgium's crying incident. During a ceremony marking her daughter, Crown Princess Elizabeth's 18th birthday, the Queen shed tears as her firstborn gave her first official speech as the first future Queen by birth of Belgium. The national broadcast event in 2019 was grand, with the who's who of Belgian royalty, politics, and entertainment in attendance as her husband, King Philippe, presented their daughter with the ceremonial Order of Leopold. Amid the sea of dignitaries inside the royal palace, Mathilde's appearance was markedly distinct as cameras captured her getting misty-eyed, presumably more as a mother than a queen watching a future sovereign take the stage. Elizabeth emphasized that everyone can count on her in her first formal address as an adult heir. She also commemorated her parents who sat in the audience holding hands. She also thanked her mother, Queen Mathilde, and her father, King Philippe of Belgium, for being a support. Elizabeth's ascension to the throne will be a landmark moment for Belgium, which will get its first ever female monarch. With regard to history making, Elizabeth takes after Mathilde, who is herself the country's first native-born queen. Queen Mathilde continues to fulfill her royal duties with grace and dedication. Despite all these, she remains an active and respected figure in Belgium. The royal family is also supported by their children. Next, we've got Kate Middleton, Princess of Wales crying incident. Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, has been reported to have cried in public on a few occasions. One notable incident occurred in March 2020 when she was seen weeping after being deeply moved by a woman's story during a public engagement. Leah Smith, who had lost her child to a rare heart condition, shared her story with the princess. Kate had previously received a letter from Leah about her late child Beatrice and had sent a personal reply. During the meeting, Kate sought out Leah, gave her a hug, and expressed her sorrow with tears in her eyes. The primary reason for Kate Middleton's public tears is that Kate was particularly touched by Leah's tragic story of losing her child, which led to an emotional moment during their meeting. Following these incidents, there was no significant public backlash or controversy. Instead, these moments of vulnerability have often humanized Kate Middleton Middleton, endearing her further to the public. Her emotional responses are seen as a testament to her compassion and relatability, qualities that are highly valued in her role as a royal. Kate Middleton continues to fulfill her royal duties and maintain a strong public presence. Despite recent misleading claims about her health, including false reports of her crying due to cancer diagnosis, fact-checking has confirmed that there is no evidence of such incidents. And at number 1, we've got Crown Princess Mette-Marit of Norway's crying incident. Crown Princess Mette-Marit of Norway was visibly emotional during the Nobel Peace Prize ceremony held December 2018. She was seen weeping as she listened to the powerful speech delivered by Nadia Murad, a former conflict-ridden victim and one of the Nobel laureates. The emotional moment occurred as Murad, along with co-laureates Denis Mukwege, called on the global community to protect the vulnerable. Murad's speech, which implored the world to help end the atrocities against women, deeply moved the Crown Princess. The primary reason for the Crown Princess's tears was the poignant and heart-wrenching speech by Nadia Murad. Murad's personal story of triumph and her plea for global action to save the vulnerable resonated deeply with the audience, including the Crown Princess. The emotional weight of the speech, combined with the broader context of the Nobel Peace Prize's focus on ending the atrocities against women, contributed to the Crown Princess's visible emotional response. Following the incident, there was no significant public backlash or controversy regarding Crown Princess Mette-Marit's emotional display. The incident did not negatively impact her public image. In fact, it may have humanized her further in the eyes of the public. Overall, Crown Princess Mette-Marit remains a respected and beloved figure in Norway. And with this, we wrap up this video. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you find our channel interesting, then subscribe to it. Thank you. See you in the next video.